Hello and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy and it's episode 53 of Tea Tuesday. Let's go make our tea and then we're going to come back and spill the tea on everything that's been going on the past week. Well, let's make our tea. Today we're going to use my Grace. What is this one called? I think this is a Grace. Yeah, just Grace teaware. Teapot that I got off of Amazon. We're going to use my Royal Albert 100 Years collection. This is the new one, the new collection, and this is from the 1940s. And then today we're going to enjoy a pot of chocolate mint, and I am going to add my collagen to it. So let's get started on our tea. All right, so again, I have chocolate mint in my 1940s 100-year collection Royal Albert. I just love this cup. And I did put my collagen in here. So good. It's day 15 of Triple B&E, and it's going pretty good. I am thankful that food choices are easy. Sleep has been a mess in the past week. I can see it in my eyes. I also know that allergies are an issue, which is also affecting my eyes. And stress has been a lot the past week. And I didn't get as much movement in as I wanted to. So all of that has kind of made last week a very difficult, challenging week. Work went well. I just was putting so much time and effort into getting things done to launch my business, which is going to be coming later this week. So you have to stay tuned for the video announcement of when that is official. And I've got the last few things that I need to do, and it's down to some of the technology part, and that is tough for me. And then I couldn't get things to work the way that I wanted them to work, and I was just very, very overwhelmed and melted down quite a few times. I don't usually get a whole lot of meltdowns. I'm usually pretty good and I can regulate myself a little bit better. I can step back and take some time back. But the thing is, right now, I'm not in the position where I have the downtime that my body is actually needing and craving. I've done as best as I can, but trying to work what feels like 2 full-time jobs, which could feel like 3 full-time jobs here, depending on how I want to chunk that up. But I have my day job that actually pays me, and then I have my passion project, which is, of course, this channel and getting into the health coaching. And it's a lot of work because I do come home and I do have to do that. And I'm still trying to keep up with school, the rest of my certification class, and I'm behind on it because I've been focusing on getting the business launched. To launch the business, I'm just getting the bare minimum of stuff done to start. I like everything else. I still have not much to do. Honestly, truthfully, do not have much to do. I'm waiting for some paperwork to come so that I can file stuff with Lake County. But that's okay because it doesn't stop me from being in business at this point. I just have to get it filed, and it backdates to the time when my LLC was recognized, which was about a week ago. And then I have to do the website, but that'll come. And then I have some other documents. Those are the last few things that I'm putting off. I still have a couple more things to do today. I have some documents I have to write. And once I write them though, they'll be saved as templates and I can plug and change information as needed, and everything's branded. So I'm putting in a lot of work now, and I won't have to put in much work after because the document's going to be done and saved. And then I can just send it back and forth to who it needs to go to. If I have to put a name on it, I'll be able to change the name and make everything legit to that person, and I'm going to have file systems and stuff like that, which I still have to set up my file systems on my computer. But again, that's pretty easy. And I don't necessarily have to do that until I have client number 1. So I will worry about it when I get client number 1. But it's been a lot. My alarm went off at 6 o'clock this morning, and I promptly shut it off and fell back to sleep until 7:30. I was up later last night than I normally am too. I was up till about 11 o'clock. And that was mostly just because I wanted some downtime to read and relax. And I knew I was off today, which is kind of why I chose not to do Tea Tuesday Live, was because I wanted to be able to give myself the flexibility and have more sleep this morning, since I stayed up later to kind of like balance it. What sleep I have been getting has been good, which is fantastic, thanks to Triple B&E. I'm just not getting enough. Most days I'm between 6.5 hours and 7.25 hours ish. I feel best when I have a minimum of 7.5. If I can get to 8.5 or 8 or 9 hours of sleep, I'm feeling fantastic. And that's rare. I don't get that. But I do at least try to get the minimum amount of sleep. But my Aura ring has been helpful. It's been telling me my sleep is good, my readiness is good, my stress response is decent. I can tell I have the stress response because I'm puffy around my eyes. Most of that I know is technically allergies, but there is some of it that is stress and not getting enough sleep. And then the other thing is my fingers feel a little bit puffy and things like that. So my dupe ring is not fitting again, and it was fitting last week. So I'm going to focus today on lots of water, because I probably haven't been drinking enough of that either, and just really kind of flush my system. But like I said, Triple B&E has been spot on, perfect for exactly what I need for this. I don't have to stress about food. I don't have to worry. I just grab the safe food that I've cooked. I'm eating on repeat, and it's easy. I don't have to think about it. And I love that, because that has given me the time to deal with the more stressful, more important things that I have on my schedule right now. And even though I'm still feeling that little bit of a stress immune response, it's much, much less. I'm feeling a lot more energy for the most part, today aside. And I know that that's just because I was up later and getting stuff done. Last week, I did manage to do one strength training workout. I did not get out and walk as much as I wanted to. I didn't get out yesterday and walk as much as I wanted to, because I've needed a lot of the time to get the second job part done. And then I was totally crazy and decided to start a second YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen that yet, it's called Joyful Journey, and it's going to be me documenting about my plants and my process of my plants and how I'm taking care of my plants and learning to care for them and grow them, because they have become a huge part of my journey, but it doesn't quite fit in with Sarah's Joyful Journey and with my health minded message that I'm trying to promote here. So I wanted to give myself that creative outlet and started that channel. I'm probably only going to post 2 to 3 times a month, 4 max, because this channel is my priority, and I do try every week to do 3 to 5 videos, and it's a lot, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but it is a lot of work with a full-time job and trying to throw coaching in there too. It'll all work together cohesively at some point, I know, and I'm really, really just hopeful and praying that the coaching business does very well and that I am able to step back from my day job and let my coaching job take off, where I am in complete control of my schedule. And I'm really liking that, and it's very freeing. This week I set up my Calendly. I'll try to remember to leave a link down there. That's so that you can book. Actually, I'm not going to leave the link down there right now. I'm going to wait on that. So scratch that. You can be on the lookout for that. It is posted in the Facebook group already. So if you want to go and you want to book a discovery call with me, which is a 30-minute conversation about how we could work together in a coaching partnership, you can do that. It's free. But I was making that other day, and I had made it, and then I had to tweak it because I had some things that I needed to connect. Like I needed to connect Zoom, and I needed to connect some other things to it. I still have one more thing I have to connect to it. I have to connect my Stripe to it. I got to make sure my Stripe is working. There's a few more steps I have to do, and those, of course, are important to get done this week too. But a little less pressure because until I have an actual client, I don't have to have it working. But I should have it working soon. It's today's goal as well. But anyway, so when I was redoing it, I was trying to have something available every single day. And it hit me. I'm in control of this business. I get to decide when I'm available and when I'm not available. And right now, I don't have a whole lot of availability for the coaching business because of full-time. My calendar is only up until the end of April because that's all I have my schedule for. Thankfully, I'm in a job that they give me my schedule an entire month in advance. This is going to be wonderful because I will be able to get everything figured out, get that schedule set up, and then post that and just have to modify it every month instead of every couple of weeks or every week. And instead of me just having like a 1 week rolling, 1 week availability, I will be able to pick and choose. Now at Disney, I know that I could have always counted on Mondays and Tuesdays off. I'm really hoping my boss keeps that. She's been having me Mondays and Tuesdays off for the most part for a couple months now. I am off on Easter, so I have Sunday, Monday instead of Monday, Tuesday. But that's okay. That's okay. So I'm hoping she'll keep that going because I really like it. But if she doesn't, it's fine. Like I said, I'll have my stuff a month in advance so I can get that up. But yes, I had to fight the urge to make myself available more times so there was more opportunities for people to get discovery calls. And I had that nice, strong talk with myself. It's my business. I get to decide. Do I want to be available as much as possible? Yes. But do I want to be available 7 days a week on top of a full-time job? And the answer is no. So I picked my 2 days off, and then I picked a couple evenings that have short availability towards the weekend, just because I know that people are off on the weekends. And but my availability is pretty open for Mondays and Tuesdays, but I have to give myself time too. And I put a restriction on there that if it's within 4 hours, you cannot book it. And that's just because I need to be able to check the email and get that email notification. And I'm excited but nervous. My biggest fear is that I'm going to miss something. But, you know, I won't know till I do. But yes, work has been going good. School has been going well when I'm doing it. I am behind. I am not kidding. I have 2 lectures that I have to catch up. We got our group project assignments yesterday, so I should help my group make it. But if I'm being honest, I don't know how much time I'm gonna be able to put towards that. We're not graded on it, so I'm not too upset about it. And so far the group really hasn't done anything. Only 3 of us have, and there's like 8 of us in the group. Only 3 of us have replied to the email and reached out to each other and just kind of like, hey, here's what our project is. What do we have for ideas? What does everybody's schedule look like? So most of us haven't even done it. So I may get roped into it just because the project still needs to get done, even if it's not getting graded on. But I did at least give them an idea, and they agreed. The 2 people agreed with my idea. So it gave us a starting point on where to start looking for that. I'm gonna pour some more tea. I do have to make it through this whole pot because I did put my collagen in there, and I am very excited to try daily collagen and see how it helps with like bone and skin and all that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much work and school and everything else in a nutshell. I know last week I didn't do a whole lot of videos, and that was honestly just because I had so much on my plate and I was so overwhelmed with trying to get that stuff figured out and getting some of the tech stuff figured out that I just didn't have time to do it. But I am going to make up for it this week because I have a lot of fun things planned for this channel. And some of it's coming today. Actually, I have 2 other videos to do today, so I'm going to try to remember to change my shirt. But if I don't, you'll know. I have to do a lot on my days off. But we have a video coming out. I can guarantee that it will be out tomorrow because we are trying yak tonight. I mentioned it in yesterday's video, day 14 of Triple B&E, what I'm eating and meal prepping. I took it out of the fridge and told you that we're going to be eating it. I think we're still having it as burgers. I haven't done a whole lot into it, but that video will be out tomorrow. So definitely look at that. Me trying new foods that are Triple B&E approved because a yak is a ruminant animal. And that was one of my fun goals for this challenge, was to try different meats. I have goat in there. I am excited, but I don't know if I'm going to do it on Triple B&E, or if I do, I'm going to allow myself some spices because everybody that I've talked to says goat is delicious. It's very strong in flavor. And because it's strong in flavor, I know I'm going to want spices because I don't like gamey food. So I'm very, very nervous about that. I'm a little nervous about the yak too. Don't know anything about it. So I'm going in blind on that. So there'll be a fun video for that. And then I have a meat subscription box coming. So we're going to open that together and you're going to see that. And we're going to eat a few things out of it this week as it progresses. So that video will be out later in the week, probably Saturday, maybe even Sunday. But it's definitely coming. And then I have the launch business video coming and we have our Thursday live stream. So lots to chat about and check in with me this week and things like that. So I'm making up for the fact that there was not many videos last week. I'm sorry. I did my best with what I had and my best was just enough. So, all right. I did get some new plants, but that'll be on the plant channel. So, and new things. Okay, book shopping. Actually, before I get into book shopping, I didn't do any knitting. 2 weeks in a row. I definitely need to do knitting. The one sweater is literally almost done. I just don't know when I'm going to get it done. If I'm being honest, knitting's probably not getting done this week either because I do need to catch up on the schoolwork and I do have other things that need to get done that are business-wise that are more important. I didn't even grab Word D. I should have grabbed it. I'm about halfway done with it. It's very, very good. But I'm lucky if I get 5 minutes a day. So it's taking me forever. And yeah, I'm just frustrated where I'm at with my reading right now because I am a huge, huge reader and I don't have the time. And it's fine. That is going to change soon. As soon as certain things get done, they're just done. And then I will have more time for reading. So I keep telling myself, it's okay. It's just a busy season. That busy season will pass before you know it. And then you'll be able to go back to reading more and knitting more and things like that. Maybe not necessarily to the levels I was this summer, but that's okay too. All right. Book shopping. We're going to start with the non-fun ones, but I did get them and I am going to start on them soon because I definitely need these. But yes, I got an LLC beginner's guide. Definitely have to read that. I think it tells you how to create it. And honestly, I'm kind of wishing that I'd gotten this first. I went through LegalZoom. Not been happy with that experience. It's not been awful, but they're definitely one that they're trying to sell you stuff. They're trying to sell you all these services, all these things to quote unquote make your business easier. And if you have the money and you want to do that, that's fantastic. I don't. I am trying to keep this business as cheap as possible, knowing that things that I have like subscriptions for like Zoom, the app that the coaching program or the coaching app that I'm going to be using, the platform that's going to hold my education, I had to pay for that as well. And there's some other things that I have to pay for. So I'm keeping those expenses as low as I possibly can, knowing that it's just going to take a while. It's not like I'm going to open my doors and I am going to be flooded with clients. And if I am, that would be fantastic. But that is not my expectation. Honestly, if I could get just one client this year would be amazing. If I got 3 to 5 clients this year, I would feel extremely successful. And just to put it into perspective, I'm really only hoping to help 15 to 20 people a year. It's not a lot, but it's something, and it's mine, and I'm super excited about it. But anyway, I wish that I hadn't gone through LegalZoom, just because I'm getting all kinds of salesy emails and things like that. And then I typed my email address wrong, so they will not change that for me. They're like, oh, wait, there's nothing. We can help you with that. And then they go to sell me something and they never help me with what they said they could do. So I'm just very frustrated. And it's just like, oh, you're a new business. You need this product. You need to set up this. You need to set up that. And it's just like, no, I know I need to do those things, but I'm going to do those things because I can't afford to pay you the money. So that means I have to do the time. So I'm honestly wishing that I had just gotten the paperwork and I had just filed it myself. But it's okay. But I got this because there is definitely some things that I have to do structure wise that I need to know, which is in here, especially when it comes to like the compliance part, taxation, responsibilities, what kind of records. I know basically what kind of records I need because I've done a business before. It's been many, many years. But that was a sole proprietorship and that's much easier. So I got that book. And then because it made sense and I want to make sure that I am writing off as much as I possibly can, I got a book on how to write off tax stuff. So those are not fun books, but they will be helpful. And I'm going to probably start on them really, really soon. I want to get caught up on schoolwork first, and then I can start on that. But I did go to the bookstore last week, and I did a lot of book shopping. How many do I've got? I have 5, not counting those 2. I have 5 fun books, which is fantastic. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and this tea is just so good. It's chocolate mint, and I love that mint, and you get that little hint of chocolate in there too. It's more mint than chocolate, but I love it. Okay, so I was out, and I don't remember which one is in which order. But I bought book 1 in this series a while ago, and then they had the next 2 books out. So I grabbed those. So it's The Rebel and The Sinner, and this is in the Spade Hotel series. They're supposed to be super spicy. And I believe that these are interconnected standalones. So yeah, I got those 2. And then it's not, I think I can get it. Then I got book 3 in a series, which I need to read. This is book 2, but anyway, I got book 3 in this series in hardback, which is kind of cool. And I got it just because it was there and I was there and I was like, ooh, I need book 3. I knew it was coming and I didn't pay that close attention, so I grabbed it and got that one. Then this is another special edition book, and it's Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This one is also supposed to be pretty good and it's pretty spicy. And then the last one I got seemed like a fun little read, and the sprayed edges are so cute with the taxis on it. It's called Summer in the City, a novel. This one's like 256 pages, so it sounds really, really fun and fast. But one direction I'm going to take with my reading is I have several books by several authors. And I am going to start with Frida McFadden because I have one other book of hers in my collection. It's The Boyfriend. So I'm going to read Word D and then I'm going to read The Boyfriend. Maybe I could change my mind. Just because I'm not a huge thriller person, even though I do enjoy them. It's not my favorite. I don't like to read them all the time. So I might do that. But I really want to start getting into my series. I really want to finish up Throne of Glass and things like that. I haven't touched it in a while, but I'm still reading When the Moon Hatched. I'm listening to it by Sarah A. Parker. That one's pretty good, but I haven't even had time to like listen to the podcast. Hopefully later this week, I'll be able to get out and do some more walking. I want to get my strength training days in for sure. I'm working on that. They're very short sessions. They're like 5-10 minutes, and I'm going to be building up from there. I did order some body bands, and I'm excited about that. I have some resistance ones that are loops and they're plastic, and I don't really care for them. So I did order some that are more of a fabric type one that are very similar to my booty bands, and I think I'm gonna like those better. Those should be coming this week, and I want to definitely try to do that. And it comes with exercise cards with it, so that will really help me like learn how to use the bands and progress, and plus keep on my own workout and stuff like that. So more movement and more strength is coming in, because that's honestly where I need to focus, is just building strength and muscle. At this point, I definitely need that. The more muscle I have, the easier it is to burn fat. So focusing on building muscle, because that's going to get me to the goal of less fat in my journey, which is very, very good. And like I said, Triple B&E is going very, very well for me. And I think for a while, I am going to hang out in the carnivore zone. Yeah, it won't be permanent, but it is going to be for several months, just because it offers me so much freedom from things. For me, I don't have to think about the food. I don't have to worry about the food. I am a person who I can oversauce things. So I'm going to keep it super clean, pretty much just meat, maybe a few seasonings. I'm going to keep sauces and cheese. I'm so sad about the cheese. I'm going to keep it to a minimum. Just outside of butter, cheese, dairy is an issue. But even then, I'm noticing I'm not doing a whole lot of butter. I've been doing more like beef tallow and bacon. I've been stepping away from the butter as well, and I'm feeling pretty good. I still like my butter, because my butter mayo is way better than bacon mayo for me. I know that there's people that will say bacon mayo is better than butter mayo, and that is awesome, and you are totally right. For you. Just not for me. All right. Well, it's pretty much a shorter episode of Tea Tuesday, mostly because I have a huge laundry list of things that need to get done, and I need to start working on it. But I definitely enjoy being able to sit down, have a cup of tea with you, and just share what's going on in my life and share about my progress on my goals and how things are going. It's just wonderful to be able to do that. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe so that you will be alerted every time I decide to launch a new business and go down a new healthy adventure path that has been fueled by the proper human diet and has given me the energy and the courage and the confidence to move forward with that. Well, you all have a wonderful and joyful afternoon, and remember, find joy in your journey. We'll chat again soon. Bye for now.